Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for inviting me to speak at today's event, and thank you, Savrata, for inviting me to this event. And then I'll start with Namo Buddhaya. Today we gather to celebrate the 133rd Dr. Ambedkar Jayanti. We not only honor the legacy of him, a visionary leader, a relentless advocate for social justice, and a key architect of the Indian Constitution. But we also reflect on the principles he championed that remain vital in our pursuit of a juster society. As a Buddhist of Sri Lankan heritage, I resonate deeply with my teachings of compassion, interconnectedness, and the mutual respect. These principles guide my personal and professional life, especially in my role in academia, where we continually called upon to create an environment of diverse thoughts, cultures, and backgrounds. So I want to actually talk about today's speech on embracing diversity through education and the role of the universities. So when I look at this topic, the role of universities as catalysts for cultural diversity, institutions of higher learning are not just centers of education, but are beacons of societal values that can lead the charge in embracing and promoting diversity. This is not just a policy mandate, but a moral imperative that aligns closely with Dr. Ambedkar's vision and the compassionate teachings of Buddhism. As we delve into the discussion, let us consider how we, as part of our global academic community, can further these ideals to create an inclusive, vibrant, and respectful environment that honors every individual's contributions to our collective wisdom. If you look at the historical perspective, where the universities have long stood as pillars of knowledge and innovation. However, the history of these institutions also mirrors the evolution of societal attitudes toward diversity and inclusion. Initially, many universities were exclusive bastions for the elite, primarily accessible to a homogeneous group. Over centuries, this landscape has drastically shifted, shaped by the tides of social, political, and economic changes that demanded more inclusivity and accessibility. In the spirit of transformation and growth, we have seen universities evolve from insular institutions into vibrant, multicultural hubs that reflect the global society. This shift was not incidental, but a result of deliberate policy changes, societal demands, and most importantly, the ideological shifts towards broader human rights and equality, principles deeply embedded in Buddhist teachings as well. Buddhism, emphasizing equality, teaches us that all individuals, regardless of birth, race, or status, possesses inherent dignity and deserve respect and opportunities. This aligns with the modern university's mission to foster an inclusive environment where diverse voices, cultures, and perspectives thrive. Dr. Ambedkar himself is a product of this transformative power of education. His time at Columbia University and the London School of Economics opened new vistas of thought and action that later he used to challenge and change the discriminatory practices of his time. His academic experiences abroad, where he was exposed to a more diverse intellectual and cultural opportunities profoundly influenced by his later work in drafting a constitution that enshrined the principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity, concepts that echo the core tenets of Buddhism. Reflecting on the historical context, we recognize that our journey must still be completed. The legacy of exclusively still challenges us in a subtle and overt ways, demanding a continuous and conscious effort to ensure our universities not only open their doors to all, but also support and celebrate every individual's unique background and perspective. As we look into the current landscape of universities, led initiatives supported cultural diversity. It is heartening to see that the range of programs promoting inclusivity and actively celebrating the myriad cultures represented in our campuses. Several initiatives exemplified the commitment at many universities, and including at the University of Calgary, where I have privilege of contributing to our mission, both as a professor as well as the Vice Provost and Associate Vice President Research for International during my last 11 years. The university has been advancing equity, diversity and inclusion, called EDI, across its operations, and we have a very brilliant Dr. Melinda Smith, who is my colleague as the Vice Provost and Associate Vice President Research for EDI, is leading that, our comprehensive EDI strategy, to ensure equitable access to opportunities for all community members and embed these principles deeply into our curriculum, research, and governance structures. Through dedicated EDI policies and practices, we strive to create a campus environment where every individual feels valued, supported, and empowered to contribute to our university's academic and social fabric. The commitment of EDI enhances our ability to foster a genuinely diverse and inclusive academic community. One of the significant events that we have done through my office is hosting country days and cultural celebrations, including Diwali, event that transform our campus into vibrant opportunities of cultural exhibitions, performances, and discussions. These events educate, entertain, and foster a sense of belonging among students from diverse backgrounds. It's a practical application of the Buddhist principles of Sangha, or community, where we learn from and appreciate each other in a spirit of mutual respect and understanding. Moreover, our efforts extend beyond these cultural celebrations. We have implemented structured programs to integrate international students into our university's academic and social fabric, where we bring the largest number of international students from India right now. These programs include a language support services, cultural competency workshops, and mentorship program that pair international students with local peers. Such initiatives are crucial for ensuring that all students can academically and socially thrive regardless of their background. The university has actively promoted international learning experiences as a core educational approach. These programs include many study abroad opportunities that allow students to gain educational and life experiences in diverse cultural settings worldwide. Such initiatives enhances students' global awareness and competencies and enrich their academic and personal development. These experiences are crucial in preparing students to thrive globally interconnected world, fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation of diverse cultures and perspectives. In addition, the University of Calgary has been proactive in forming international partnerships that enhances our academic programs and research initiatives. These partnerships bring a diverse perspective into our classrooms and labs and offer our students and faculty opportunities to engage with and contribute to global academic communities. The success of these initiatives is a testament to the power of educational institutions to lead by example in promoting cultural diversity. They reflect the practical embodiment of the Buddhist ideals of compassion and interconnectedness by creating spaces where diverse cultural expressions are accepted and celebrated. We build more prosperous, inclusive academic community. The initiatives we undertake at universities to promote and support cultural diversity do not exist in a vacuum. Instead, they ripple outwards, significantly impacting the broader community and setting precedent for inclusivity and mutual respect in society. At the University of Calgary, as I mentioned, the influence of country days and cultural celebrations and international partnerships extends beyond the confines of our campus. These initiatives encourage a broader dialogue within the local community about the value of cultural diversity and the importance of embracing a multicultural identity. Community members are often invited to participate in these university events, which helps bridge the gap between the academic environment and the public, fostering a greater understanding and appreciation of diverse cultures. From a Buddhist perspective, this echoes the concept of engaged Buddhism, where Buddhist principles extends into societal engagement, advocating for social justice and harmony. By applying these principles, universities act as catalysts for peace and understanding, promoting a community, a world where a diversity is celebrated as a strength rather than a division. This transformative impact of the university initiatives on a community and society reflects the fulfillment of an educational mandate and the realization of a broader mission of Dr. Ambedkar championed and resonated deeply with Buddhist teachings on social harmony and mutual respect. As we look ahead, the journey towards fully embracing and enhancing cultural diversity in academia continues to require innovation, commitment, and a strategic vision. Universities must maintain and expand their efforts to create environments where diverse cultural backgrounds are not only represented, but integral to their institution's fabric. Here are a couple of thoughts for consideration. Enhance interfaith and intercultural dialogue. Universities should facilitate more structured dialogues and unite different faith and cultural groups. This can be achieved through a regular interfaith panels, cultural exchange programs, and collaborative community projects that aim to build understanding and break down barriers. So I invite your organization to work with us so that we can create a more dialogue and collaboration. Leveraging technology. As digital platforms become more embedded in our educational systems, technology can be used to promote cultural diversity. Virtual exchange programs can connect students across the globe, as we have done during COVID time, allowing them to collaborate on projects, share experiences, and learn from each other's cultures in real time. Inclusive policies and practices. Developing policies that actively promote inclusivity and diversity, such as recruitment strategies that prioritize underrepresented groups and providing scholarship programs and scholarships for those international students, will strengthen the commitment to a diverse academic community. As a Buddhist and academic leader, I'm deeply committed to these future directions. My personal experiences have taught me the value of diversity and strength that it brings. I pledge to continue advocating for policies and practices that embrace inclusivity at all levels of university operation. This commitment is not only a professional obligation, but a moral one reflecting the Buddhist principles that compassion and interconnectedness. Through these efforts, we can truly honor the legacy of Dr. Ambedkar, ensuring that our universities remain beacons of diversity and agents of change in society. As we conclude, and when I talk about the conclusion of my talk, in today's discourse on the essential role of universities in fostering cultural diversity, we reflect on the broader societal impacts of our endeavors. Diversity enriches our communities, driving innovation and promoting a more profound understanding among diverse groups. My personal and professional reflections underscore the importance of integrating the values we cherish from our heritage with those of our broader communities, as highlighted in one of my op-ed articles published in Calgary Herald about a couple of years ago, where I mentioned, I reflect on my personal journey with diversity, shaped by my upbringing in Sri Lanka and my experiences as an immigrant in Canada. Based on my personal experience, I believe if you bring your own values and cultures from your roots and learn the values and cultures from your new home country in Canada, you can enjoy the best of both. As an immigrant to Canada, this enabled me to respect diversity and inclusivity and amalgamate my values and cultures from Sri Lanka with Canadian values. In a sense, I joined the cultural mosaic that embodies this nation. This synergy strengthened our societal fabric and perfectly aligns with Buddhism's teachings, emphasizing compassion, interconnectedness, and respect for all beings. By committing to these values within our academic institutions, we uphold Dr. Ambedkar's vision and foster an environment where everyone can thrive. Let us champion diversity, not as a mere requirement, but as a core value that defines the richness of our human experiences, ensuring that our universities and societies flourish together in harmony and mutual respect. Thank you very much.
Dr. Ruwanpura, for your thoughtful speech. Your presence and contribution to this event